Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're going to take a look at Yuffie, who's going to be getting a rework, her FR and BT weapons. Also, we have Yuri that's going to be reran alongside with Yuffie, who's going to be getting a rework, a BT rework, and his FR Echo. Now, we're going to take a look at the changes that they are going to be getting, and I'm going to let you guys know whether or not you should pull for any of these two characters in the upcoming banners. Now, real quick, I do want to mention that I am recording this before the community live stream does air, so you'll probably see it before that happens or even after. So I do not know exactly when this event, which is going to be the next 6 Warrior Quest, is going to be dropping. So as soon as we find out, I'll make sure to put it in a pinned comment if I remember. But I just wanted to throw that out there. So let me know what your plans are going to be down in the comment section below, whether you're going to be passing up on any of these two characters or pulling for them. Feel free to let me know. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. A big thank you, as always, to all of my current YouTube members for further supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys greatly. If you ever thought about becoming a member of the channel and further supporting what I do, you can either click the first link in the description below or the join button below for details on what you can gain for becoming a member of the channel, and a big thank you ahead of time if you do decide to become one. So we'll first start off with Yuffie's rework. So her skill 1, Mine Now, deals 6 HP attacks with 50% splash that steals 1 buff from the target ×2. Her skill 2, I Don't Need This, deals an AoE split HP attack 4 times that recovers 50% brave in between HP attacks. Her EX buff, Water God's Blessing, now provides the party with a 20% HP damage up and a 30% stolen/gained max brave overflow up. Her LD gains more brave potency and allows for 200% stolen max brave overflow. Now with Sync as her partner, Yuffie's FR has a 100% chance to steal 1 buff from the target ×2. Deals an AoE split HP attack 4 times that inflicts her skill 2 debuffs, which I'm not going to list all 8, for 3 turns. Her FR conditions are as follows: a 20% increase whenever a teammate breaks or attacks a broken target, a 20% increase whenever Yuffie breaks or attacks a broken target, and a 5% increase per debuff when a teammate attacks a debuff target with a max of 40%. Now her BT effect lasts for 6 turns and provides the following: any inflicted debuffs that she inflicts does not decrease in turns. The party will gain a 64% brave damage cap up, 8% per debuff, and a 40% HP damage cap up, 5% per debuff. Now she also gains a new change HP command called Landscaper, which deals an AoE full HP attack 9 times that allows for 200% stolen max brave overflow, recovers 50% brave in between HP attacks, and extends the duration of active buffs by 1 turn. Now for Yuri, his rework to his skill 1, Crystal Power, now deals an AoE split HP attack 5 times. His skill 2, Red Luck Crystal, now deals a holy HP attack 6 times. His EX now deals an AoE holy full HP attack 7 times. His EX passive adds an 80% brave damage up, 40% stolen/gained max brave overflow up, and brave gains up. His LD now deals an AoE split HP attack 6 times. Now his BT effect got extended to 8 turns. It adds a self 50% HP damage cap up /HP damage up. The party gains a 50% stolen/gained max brave overflow up, and now increases brave by 30% of the HP damage dealt per attack. His FR now deals an AoE holy splits HP attack 4 times. His updated FR conditions are as follows: a 45% increase whenever a teammate's HP regen occurs before the end of turn, a 10% increase whenever a teammate except Yuri selects a holy ability, and a 30% increase whenever Yuri selects a holy ability. So let's talk about whether or not you should pull for Yuffie. So Yuffie has loads of utility within her kit with a strong damage upgrade that she is about to gain. So when it comes to the utility part, she is mostly considered as a debuffer, but when it comes to the utility portion of it, her skill 1 is able to basically steal the target's brave and grant it to herself. Her skill 2 is able to inflict a crap ton of debuffs, which again I'm not going to get into if you want to check that out. If you're wanting to find out, check out the City Companion for the 8 debuffs that she is able to inflict. Her EX debuff makes it so that the enemy does not gain any brave, and it also prevents them from granting any buffs to themselves. Her LD debuff has a built-in attack down, defense down, speed down, and a brave stab. So she has a lot within her kit. Also her LD, one thing to know is that her LD does dispel one buff from the group that she is attacking. So that is also pretty convenient to have as well. So yeah, she has a lot of utility within her kit, and of course being the debuffer that she is able to inflict 8 debuffs immediately, just like that. Now her FR is decent in terms of percentages, but most of us are pretty much used to like the norm of having high percentages when it comes to whatever FR that we are using. So it's probably not going to be an FR or a main force time that you are going to be using. So more than likely you'll probably use it as FR Echo to be able to increase the main active force time. So yeah, the percentages she gains a much higher percentage increase for herself, but for your teammates it's going to be like roughly like 60 to 65%, again depending on what skills you are going to be using. The BT effect. Now I'm going to be a little bit picky when it comes to this, and the reason I say this is because normally with BT effects nowadays we usually have at least 4+ party auras, but for Yuffie she only provides 2. But we also have to consider the fact that she now makes it so that any debuffs that she inflicts does not go down in the turn count for it. So that being said though, she also gains a changed HP command, which does allow her to deal a very good amount of damage with that BT effect active. Now, the other thing that I will say is that I personally feel like that BT effect is a bit short at 6 turns. I would have felt a little bit more comfortable with that BT effect lasting for 8 turns. The only reason why I can see that they decided to go with the 6 turns is because of the fact that that change HP command deals 9 HP attacks. That's the only reason, and it's an AoE. So that's the only reason that I can think of as to why they kept it short as 6 turns. Some players might be picky about it. Normally I'm not picky when it comes to BT effects, but I do feel like that should have gotten extended to 8 turns. Now overall I do feel like she is a strong 3rd slot unit to take advantage of the debuffs that she inflicts and the additional damage that she adds to team comps. Like again, the rework that she is going to be getting and that change HP command, like yeah, Yuffie is definitely going to deal some numbers, but with those numbers comes with a small little con, which is why I added that last line to this, which is the fact that Ursula, Quina, or any high brave gains is going to be her best friend. Some of her skills hardly deal any brave hits, so you want to pair Yuffie up with Ursula, Quina, or any high brave gains support characters, so that way her damage output gets increased and you can take advantage of all of the damage that she does offer within her skills, especially when it comes to her LD and that landscaper change HP command that she gains from her BT effect. So that's one recommendation that I would recommend players to do if you are going to be pulling for Yuffie. But overall, what do I think about Yuffie? Yuffie, great utility character, lots of good debuffs in my opinion. Is she necessary to pull for? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that she is a pretty safe skip unless you are wanting to take advantage of her utility, of the debuffs that she does inflict, and the fact that her damage output is honestly not that bad whatsoever. Like, I honestly do, I feel confident in saying that her damage output is very, very good for her being a debuffer. So, yeah, I would say Yuffie is a pretty safe skip for most players. Unless you are a fan of Yuffie, then honestly you cannot go wrong with pulling for her kit, because she does offer a good amount of stuff, and placing her as your third slot unit as your debuffer and adding to the total damage output for everybody on the team, like, yeah, you can definitely gain a good amount of things out of Yuffie. But I would say that she is a pretty safe skip if you're trying to build up your resources, or if you're trying to save up for anybody else in the future. Now for Yuri gains a big damage upgrade from the rework that he is about to receive. Like, your boy Yuri is going to be dealing some very, very good numbers with the upcoming rework that he is about to get. His BT effect provides a lot of party ores. For him being a damage dealer, he does provide a good amount of party ores. Like, you'd actually be surprised on what he does offer, including party evasion. Now, when I mean party evasion, to be 100% specific before everybody comments in the comment section below, the BT effect makes it so that all enemies hit rate down is by 100%, meaning they are going to be constantly missing everybody all the time while the BT effect is active. And the great thing about it is that with the rework, the BT rework, his BT effect lasts for 8 turns now compared to the previous 6. So guess what? You're going to be constantly evading enemy attacks for an additional 2 turns while the BT effect is active. So yeah, Yuri does provide a good amount of stuff for what he does overall. And like, basically, like, for anybody who does not know, like, Yuri, his damage output is going to be fantastic, but also he inflicts a debuff which has a built-in trap. That trap, once it reaches 3 stacks and you trigger it, it's going to deal a very good amount of HP dumps. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe it is 7 HP dumps. So alongside with the rework that he's about to get and the trap damage that he is going to be dealing with that debuff, yeah, he's going to be dealing a very good amount of damage. His FR does become better, but he gets the higher percentages in terms of using his FR as the main force ability, and it also provides party holy enchant, so you don't have to worry about using like call abilities to be able to provide that holy enchant if you're going to be using Yuri's force ability as the main force time. So overall, Yuri becomes a strong damage dealer with a lot to provide to the party, and he can definitely be used as the main DPS for your team if you really wanted to. Is Yuri necessary to pull? I am also going to say no. He is going to be a pretty safe skip as well, especially if you are trying to save up for Astos, who, if I am not mistaken, and depending on how global scheduling is going to be, if you're going to be saving for Astos, I do believe he should be dropping at the end of July into August. Again, it just depends on what's going to be going on with the global scheduling. But overall though, like, Yuri, if you do decide to pull for him, I would say his FR is probably not going to be something that you would be chasing for, again, just because in terms of everybody meeting the percentage, the requirements for his FR conditions, like, the percentages are not going to be as high for everybody else, but for himself it's going to be great. But you can still pull for it to take advantage of the FR Echo. But his BT and everything else is definitely going to be necessary if you are in need of a holy damage dealer like Yuri, and honestly, you will not be disappointed for what he does, for what he is able to offer. So Yuri can easily be a safe skip if you are good in the DPS department. So other than that though, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.